Dante, por favor. Déjame quieta. Déjame quieta. Look. He doesn't like to be held. Go away. Hi guys. If it looks like I'm going to a party, it's because there is cause for celebration. It's not my birthday, but I got presents. I wasn't feeling good about it before. I was feeling overwhelmed. But as I started opening the packages, the frown turned upside down. Now I'm really excited. First up, we've got a Brendan shirt. How cute is he? Oh, cute. It's too big. I got the wrong size, but they gave him green eyes. I don't know if you can see this. I'm still gonna keep it, probably wear it as a PJ. All right, on to the next one. Let's go international. That's always fun. All right. So this one here is from Canada. It's surprising. Canada is right above the United States. You would think that it would get here fast. No. Canada is like one of the slowest mail to come here. Slower than Europe sometimes. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Ay, ay, ay. There's a plastic on it. That's why it looks like that. What's cool about this is that he's with this actor, Bill Irwin, who is a very physical comedian who was Mr. Noodle on Sesame Street, and he was a silent performer. I actually have wondered about Brendan and Mr. Noodle and this actor. I just didn't know his name. Brendan is saying that Bill Irwin was an inspiration to him. He left me slack-jawed, the illusion of effortlessness coupled with unique talent. Bill set a high watermark in comic physical performance that reaffirmed my resolve to find myself at home with characters who, like George of the Jungle, are at their center clowns. Oh, Brendan, you're a clown. Yes, you are. Through Bill, I discovered how to honk the imaginary red nose that we all wear. Irwin says about Brendan, there's a natural graciousness about Brendan. His range of work is much broader than people might expect, and I greatly admire how he goes about his work. I expect and hope he'll direct someday. This is so cool because this isn't your usual Hollywood magazine angle. This is theater, which Brendan loves the theater. This is a monkey bone poster that was, I guess, in a magazine for you to cut out. Do you know that this stupid thing, it goes for like 15, 20 or more dollars? I didn't pay that much. Someone who hasn't come up very often, Clay Boone. They describe Gods and Monsters this way. Living in retirement, the homosexual whale, McKellen, gets what pleasure he can by flirting with the strapping new lawn boy, Fraser. He sketches his portrait and regales him with stories, but then, as a result of a stroke, Whale begins to disintegrate slowly and painfully before Fraser's eyes. Yes, excellent movie. We've got a Dudley Do-Right. And it says, this is Brendan, I don't know if my great-granddad, the Mountie, would share my sense of humor about being the best-dressed cop to ever ride a horse backward. But I picked this because it's artsy and deadpan funny. Dudley Do-Right was also one of the happiest times I ever had on a film set, even if only 9 people saw it. And that includes my mother. I kind of feel like you could see the horse's penis. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that's something else. I don't know, but it's just not in a good placement. All right, Canada. Thank you. That was interesting. That was different. I feel like in those, just that tiny little bit, Brendan was being more personal than when they do whole feature articles on him. The next one is from the Netherlands. And I've bought from the seller before. What I love about them is that they use stamps. That is so cool. So I have a growing stamp collection as well. I got some co-stars from The Passion of Darkly Noon. Lauren Dean, who was also in Mrs. Winterbourne. He was Connie's boyfriend. He was the baby daddy. And he's such a different character. He was a sweetheart in Darkly Noon and a real jerk in Mrs. Winterbourne. I really hated his character. I felt like there's no point in having him, and I was glad that he didn't last long. Here's another one. This is Ashley Judd from The Passion of Darkly Noon. So I had to go to the Netherlands to get them. It's not common to find Darkly Noon swag. I need Darkly now. Now we need to find Brendan. Oh, and I guess Vigo. I guess now is a good time as any to let the cat out of the bag. I think. I might be selfish and keep it for myself. This is the August 94. So you already know. August 94 US Magazine. A lot of people seem to like this, and I think it's a classic, iconic Brendan look. So I got one for you guys for a giveaway. It's the one with him in the dress. This one, I'm telling you, when you see this up close, it is so detailed, so up close and personal. Would this be something you'd be interested in? About the paparazzi, Brendan says, "It's very jarring. They're yelling, 'Brendan Fraser.' I want to go, time out. My name is Brendan Fraser." What a beautiful name though, right? Brendan. That is a gorgeous name. A few mornings before his batting practice, I guess he's having batting practice for the scout, which again blows my mind that this guy hasn't played Steve Nebraska yet. He doesn't even look like him. Anyways, how cute to think about him doing batting practice. A few mornings before his batting practice, Brendan Fraser wanders LA's farmers market unrecognized by the tourists flocking fruit stands and food counters. Wearing jeans, brown Canadian construction worker boots he's had since high school, a necklace of purple and blue beads tucked under his shirt. I gotta put the picture there. We know which one that is. He orders corned beef on rye for breakfast and finds a corner table where he can hide out. I have to apologize for something about me. Sometimes I turn into a haiku. I want to say so many different things, but sometimes I grab it, sometimes I miss it. I feel like that was a haiku right there. That was poetry. Oh my god. He has such a way with words. Killing me. At 6'2.5", but we know it's actually 6'3". He's just really modest about his height. The actor is impossible to miss, but easy to mistake. In the hunk out of water comedy Encino Man, he gave a strangely poetic performance as a Cro-Magnon teen who learns the joys of 20th century dudehood from Weasley in Pauly Shore. He gave a strangely poetic performance. That's quite a compliment. Sherry Lansing, who produced School Ties and now heads Paramount Pictures, says Brendan combines incredible looks and sexiness and vulnerability with talent. And I mean serious talent. She had spent 6 months trying to cast the lead when Fraser walked in. He wasn't just a hunk. What really struck me was his fundamental core of decency. He won't self-destruct because he has a really good value system. I think he's going to be a huge star. At first glance, Fraser would seem born to the straight-laced hero roles of School Ties and Recent with Honors, but there's also a restless, off-kilter energy to Fraser that keeps him from fitting a mold. It's your job to basically streak for everyone to look at, he says. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a caveman garb or a suit. Albert Brooks, who co-wrote and co-stars in The Scout, was convinced Fraser was the only guy to play Steve Nebraska. He can play odd as well as anyone in his age group, says Funny Man Brooks. I could tell from Encino Man that he's able to let loose. He's not afraid to go into areas where other people might be. But let's make it clear, he's acting. Brendan's a pretty straightforward guy. You don't have to analyze him a lot. In Mexico, these little kids would come up to him after a 15-hour-long day, and I never saw him once not take a moment to smile and wave. That means something. Other things about Fraser that mean something: he's never been in therapy, he loves roller coasters, he learned French as a child in Ottawa, he was a javelin thrower at a boarding school in Toronto, he parked cars and bus tables, which gave him a hernia, he stays up late and gets up early, he's a wallflower at parties, he won't divulge his girlfriend's name, and some of his best friends are women. Says one of them, Seattle-based actress Lisa Halpern, a close chum from their days at Cornish College of the Arts, she made him the beaded necklace he wears. I was wondering about where that necklace came from. Now I know. From a best friend who he went to school with. So nice. For the longest time, we wondered if Brendan even knew he was good looking. I knew it. I am not surprised to hear this. I am so not surprised to hear this. Let me chill. For the longest time, we wondered if Brendan even knew he was good looking. But he's not about that. He's your basic, dopey, loyal, warm, goofy pal. Last year, I was going to get married in August, but my mom suddenly got sick with cancer, so I moved the wedding up to April. Only about 10 people could show up. He was in the middle of shooting with honors in Chicago, and he tracked me down in Oregon and said, "Can I come?" He got the production to let him fly across the country to be there. He knows that might not have been a good career move, but he's well aware of his priorities, that people and friendships and all that kind of stuff is the real stuff. Wow, this article is pretty awesome. This is great. So, okay, recap. Bathtub. Meaty article. Intimate. And 2 awesome pictures. Giveaway? Is this something you want? If this is something you would enter to win, let me know in the comments. If nobody says anything, I'm keeping it for myself. Because yes, I have one already, but I could have one that just like stays put away, and then the other one I can actually touch and handle. Next one. Oh, wow. Okay. So more co-stars. This is from 20 bucks. They don't usually come in a hard autograph plastic. Steve Buscemi and Christopher Lloyd. They were convenience store robbers. One was a pro and the other one is a hothead wannabe. They had an interesting relationship. So this will be my second promo photo now. I have Brendan and Elizabeth Shue. And now I have these guys. Alright, so here's just a magazine sheet. Brendan, I'm gonna say, what do you think? What era do you think? I mean, we know what era, but what movie do you think this was around? That to me kind of looks like Blast from the Past. His eyes look dark. I wish you could see his blue eyes. It says, "I've never understood what the word hunk means," claims 29-year-old Brendan Fraser. Okay, Brendan, we'll look it up for you. Webster's definition is an attractive, well-built man. And that would describe you in your loincloth last year in George of the Jungle. With a body achieved through 6 months of an almost ritualistic, high-protein, low-carbohydrate diet and pumping iron daily, Fraser had women ready and willing to give up civilization. There's more to the man than muscle. A lot of handsome guys don't have that naive sweetness about them. Naive sweetness, says Alicia Silverstone, Fraser's co-star in next winter's romantic comedy Blast from the Past. They're sexy, but they don't have Brendan's wide-eyed innocence. They don't have the naive sweetness or his wide-eyed innocence. Oh my goodness. This is melting. I'm melting. Okay. Perhaps that's what makes this hunk so appealing to the 6-year-olds who flocked to George, then buried him in crayon-written fan mail. "There's not enough room on my fridge for all these cute pictures," he confesses, How do we break it to the schoolgirls that George of the Jungle has already found true love? When he proposed to actress Afton Smith in Paris last fall, it was cold and we had dark turtlenecks and long French coats, he recalls. We were so far removed from the pressures of being conscious about our appearances. It was just being in love that made us beautiful. And with that, I feel like I should turn it off. I need a cigarette. Just kidding. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. He's so romantic. All right, guys, are you still with me? Okay, this feels like a big, heavy magazine. Oh no, it's a book. This is Men Before 10 a.m. It came recommended to me by someone who knows a thing or two about dope Brendan photos. So it's pretty much celebrities, male celebrities, I guess at home as they're waking up before 10 a.m. There are lots of hotties in here. Oh, someone's got a girl in the bed. Whoa. Just everybody and their mothers in this. Julian Sands, Malfoy's father. And I think he passed away. Did he pass away recently? This is wild. There's a lot of famous people in here. So anyway, so I'm just going to go straight to Brendan, wherever he is. And as always, I like to not know when it's going to pop out. So anyway, this person who recommended this said that this is one of the best photo shoots of Brendan. I know it's all a matter of taste, but I like their taste, so I'm excited. I'm thinking this is the famous picture of him in the kitchen pouring coffee. We'll see. Oh, Brendan. Oh, Brendan. Oh my goodness. He gets 2 pages while everyone else just got 1. Brendan greeted me in perfect French. His dog kissed me all over, and then he served me the best cup of coffee I've had this side of Hollywood. Holy cow, this is, wow, this is lovely. Being that he's in his own place. The way he's looking at his dog. Such love in his eyes. He's really handsome. Even first thing in the morning. With crazy hair. He kind of reminds me of Fletcher a little bit, making coffee. Alright, so that's Men Before 10 a.m. I found it super cheap on eBay. Seeing how many stars are in here is way worth it. We got 3 more left. Let's zippity do that. Okay, yes. Moves, also called Moves New York. Table of contents. We got him. Bam. Look how handsome. He's on page 124, and it's called Man About Town. So let's go there. Here we go. Oh, baby. Should be a crime to look this good. The person interviewing him is an old fan of Brendan, so you know they're going to be respectful. How adorable. I wish I hadn't seen these before, because then I would be dying right now if I just saw this for the first time. Look, can you see that? Okay, and then this one. I don't know if I'm going to use this kind of lens anymore. It's just so blurry, and it's looking for a face. Huh. So that's really nice. I'm happy to have that one. Oh man, I don't think I'm ready to open this one. This is sealed? Sealed? I didn't know that I was buying sealed. This is the February, oh, it says March. Maybe that's why I couldn't find it. I thought this was the February. March 2018, GQ. Timothy Chalamet, a freaking adorable young actor at the front. But inside is what I'm interested in. And maybe I'll just record that separately to give it the attention it deserves. But that is Brendan's Me Too story, the day he came out and talked about what happened to him in 2003. So I'm gonna leave it in here for a little bit. It was not easy to find affordable. People are price gouging like crazy for this magazine. And they don't even mention Brendan in it. I think it's for Timothy. I don't know why. Alright, moving on. This is the last one. I hate opening these when they're in sealed wrap. Oh. It's like, no, you're depreciating the value. We have Kristen Dunst on the cover, licking her cat. And the cute thing about this issue is that it's celebrities with their pets. So we all know how Brendan feels about dogs and his pets. Oh, oh my goodness. Hollywood dogs, their careers are sizzling. We serve them to you with relish. I'm going to relish in these pictures. A man for all genres, Brendan Fraser with his cutie pie chihuahua. He looks so good in black and white. I know everybody does, but he especially. Oh, Paul Walker. He has puppy golden retrievers nibbling on his ear. It's just a quick little Q&A, about a column's worth, and they're asking him how did he acquire the dog. Her name is Lucy. He talks a little bit about Monkey Bone real quick. Sam Hamm is the person talking to him, who actually seems to be a fan of Monkey Bone and of Brendan, which is nice. This is where I learned Brendan shot Monkey Bone before Bedazzled, but Bedazzled came out first, like by a whole year, because Monkey Bone had so much animation and stop motion and stuff that takes time in post-production. He got Lucy, that cute chihuahua, on the set or near the set of Monkey Bone. There was a boy standing at the parking lot with a bucket of dogs. So guys, that is it. I feel like we got some gems in here. Let me know what are your thoughts about this delicious Brendan article. I want to keep it for myself. What I have in mind, I don't know the details yet, but what I would like to do is have a giveaway where I draw multiple winners and you get to pick your prize. And that will be one of them, because I know for sure there are some people like me who love Heartthrob era. And the other one coming in is a Zaddy era magazine and a really good photo shoot on that one. So I just want to have something for everybody. So yeah, let me know if you want it.
You always make me smile when I'm feeling down. You give me such a vibe, it's totally bona fide.